Hey guys, what's up? It's once again mp4podcast.com, and today's Android app is PlayOn Mobile. But before I get into PlayOn Mobile, I have to talk about what PlayOn is. PlayOn is a media server software that runs on Windows XP, Windows Vista, and Windows 7. It's an internet browser that has a couple of built-in tools, such as a virtual screen capture, kind of like Camtasia Studio. It also has a built-in video encoder. Now, all this is locked down so the user doesn't have to worry about any of this other stuff. It's all automatic. So you can't go, use PlayOn and try to go to IGN.com. It's not that type of a browser. But however, this websites it supports, such as HULU and so on, you can go to HULU, do a screen capture, re-encode that to a different file format and send it out to multiple devices, such as Xbox 360, PS3, which is MPEG-2, Nintendo Wii, which is Flash 7, iPhone, iPod Touch, iPad, which is probably MP4 or MOV. Now, on Android, you need to have firmware 2.2, and maybe that's because it needs the certain flash files that is supported in 2.2. But you guys, you need 2.2 to get this application to run. So if you guys have any phones that don't have 2.2, maybe you can look into updating into a custom firmware. I know Samsung and some of the Sony Androids, people are doing that. So anyway, also I do want to talk about, for a quick second, this application does support Wi-Fi and 3G. Now, the cool thing about 3G is that you can have your computer at home. Like I'm in Boston, I can be in Antarctica and stream PlayOn content, which is really, really cool. And I know like a lot of Android developers, Android users we got a little bummed out about not being able to get Netflix because there's some DRM issues. However, in some ways, this is actually kind of better because if you go out like in America, I think Netflix is in Canada now. I'm not quite sure, and I think they're going to the UK. But you can be like in any other country. You can be in Antarctica, you can be in Russia, you can be in Italy, you can be in Greece, you can be in Egypt, you can be in Brazil, Mexico, Australia, China, Japan. It does not matter. You can stream your content over 3G, over the internet, and have it pumped in. Your computer will do the encoding, and it will pump it directly to you over the internet. Because wherever your computer, as long as your computer is in America, Netflix will stream it there. It will stream it to your house in America. Okay. Now, there are some other channels I can't get because I'm in America. I can't get BBC, which I really wish I could get. So here's my computer right here, and these are all the channels that PlayOn is supporting. HULU, Netflix, CBS, Comedy Central, TV.com, TBS, Oprah Winfrey Network, Sci-Fi Rewind, Adult Swim, Spike TV, ESPN, ESPN3, NFL Game Rewind, MLB, NHL, CNN, Fox News, PBS, PBS Kids, Nick, Cartoon Network, Amazon Vode, that's video on demand, YouTube, MTV, BET, Vivo, Pandora, My Media Server, that's like content that's on your computer. If you have any video files, you can stream them. PlayOn Info. PlayOn Info is like, you have a little control on resetting, and Lug Log. PlayOn did that for Christmas. If you want to, watch a fireplace on your television set. Well, let me just give you a little info on PlayOn, how it works. You need to have 5 gigs free on your computer because it has to re-encode, especially if you want to stream to Xbox and PS3, because those devices use MPEG-2 and probably TiVos as well. So what you can do is always have 5 gigs free, but a good thing that I like to do to keep the hard drive as clean as possible, if I'm going to watch like an episode of The Office, and maybe after the show I'm going to get up and do something for a second, I'll just come over here to Server Options, and I'll restart PlayOn. So that episode of The Office, which might be a 1 or 2 gigs or whatever size it is, it's going to delete it. So that's kind of cool. Just to let you know, whenever you start PlayOn, it's going to delete any files they had previously recorded. So here we can go into HULU, TV shows, and Hulu's like kind of cool because they get a lot of old TV shows that you wouldn't even know about. And I'm just saying from a geek perspective. I want to show you guys something right here, and okay, here it is. Total Recall 2070. Now, a lot of people don't know this. I forget the guy who wrote Total Recall and Blade Runner. But Total Recall with Arnold Schwarzenegger and Blade Runner with Harrison Ford is actually the same exact universe. Okay? Now, Total Recall 2070 is a story about Blade Runners. But it's called Total Recall. And, you know, you'll see why they do that and so and so. But they're in the same universe, and the stories do, work. I mean, they don't talk about Arnold Schwarzenegger's character, and they don't talk about Harrison Ford's character. But they talk about Mars and androids and stuff like that. So there's a little, stuff like that where it's the same world. I know Total Recall 2070 was produced in Canada. And the only time it ever came to America was on Showtime, which was a paid network, so you had to have Showtime. And, also, let me go over to something else I want to talk about real quick. One of my other favorite shows is The Office. You can watch the UK version, the American version. Just to let you know, I do want to track down the Canadian version of The Office. I was surprised that there really was a Canadian version of The Office because I never even heard of it. And, sometimes we get Canadian shows down here and, they watch some of our shows. And Canadians don't really sound really different to me, to my ear. Unless you're from, a certain part of Canada, you may sound a little different. But it's kind of like I'm from Boston and people from New York sound different than me. We all still somewhat, sound like North America. We don't sound British or Australian or Scottish or something like that. So, I mean, the shows, like, sometimes, like, they'll watch a show here or we'll watch a show, and it's like, you don't even think about it that it's Canadian or whatever, something like that. But there is a Canadian version of The Office, and I really want to check them out. Probably see if I can order them on Blu-ray or something like that. I do know that The Office I think it's in, like, a lot of other kinds. I think there's a Spanish version, Chinese version, and so on. I heard that Ugly Betty was also. It's like in 20 different versions. There's like a Chinese version. There's a Indonesian version. They're all over the place. They just keep on selling the rights to it. So we'll go to Hulu. No, we already went to Hulu. We'll go into Netflix. And we'll go to New Arrivals, and we'll go to Movies, and it goes alphabetically, so you can find all the movies right here, all the newest current stuff, and so on. We'll go to TV shows. That was the same stuff, was it? Oh no, new movies. Oops, my mistake. New TV shows. What it's doing, it's going on the computer right now. It's actually on Netflix website, looking at all the RSS feeds, and then it has to stream it back to you. Okay, here we go. 30 Rock. These are all the TV shows. So it's a really good deal. Now, I just want to give you a little background on how PlayOn works. I signed up for PlayOn when it was beta, almost 2 years ago, and I think it was like $30. and they supported Netflix, Hulu, I think TBS and Spike, maybe some other ones. Can't quite. I know YouTube was there. And then it went on a beta and became version 2.0, and they didn't charge me again when it went on a beta because I already paid it. They were really kind about that. They really are a great company. So in version 2.2, Hulu and Netflix, which really are my main interest in owning PlayOn software, they then brought out version 3.0, and 3.0 was Comedy Central, TBS, and a bunch of these other stations. Now, if I decide not to upgrade to 3.0, they will always support the older versions, like 2.0. So 10 years down the road, I still get Hulu support for 2.0. So all the channels that get supported in 2.0, even though they're on 3, they still support it, because the way the software works is it's just a licensing code that unlocks more features. So they're constantly supporting the whole program, so which is kind of nice. It's not like they're making 2 different versions. So let's say like they come out with version 4, which supports HD encoding. I'll have to upgrade to get the, if they say, hey, we're adding these new features, it's, you have to get version 4.0. That's when I have to upgrade. Now, I do want to talk about the quality of PlayOn. I was watching. I'm not going to answer that right now. I'll call them back. I watch Hulu on my Sony 32-inch Bravio, and the picture looks great. I mean, some people even think it's HD, and it's not, because it's a really good encoded 480p. And then the PlayStation 3 has like noise filters. And if you go in the you hit triangle, there's a setting in there. I think it's AV something, and you can click on noise. I put all the stuff on high. Then my Sony TV also has noise reduction. Even my Dynex TV does. And once you get the noise cleaned up, the resolution is less of a big deal than it is. I mean, I'd rather have a lower resolution picture with a clean image instead of having a higher resolution picture that's real noisy and grainy and stuff like that. So overall, I mean, I upgraded to version 3, and I paid an extra $40, which will probably be, another year and a half or 2 years, because I think I upgraded in September. So all the stuff I have right here, all these channels, are going to be supported for forever, pretty much, unless the company goes out of business. And I don't see that happening, because they're doing extremely well. They're always written up in magazines, stereo magazines, television, high def, CNET, all these other tech places. So I highly recommend you guys check out PlayOn, and it's a great deal. If you want to cancel cable, you can save a lot of money. And the great thing about it is anything that airs on NBC, ABC, or Fox automatically gets played the next day on Hulu. So how can you go wrong? And it's better than paying Hulu, like, what is it, $8 a month? I mean, even though that's still a good deal, I mean, you do get HD, but if you get Hulu Plus, you don't get all the shows on Hulu Plus. You don't get all the movies, because they have certain licensing with certain content providers and certain TV shows that certain things they can't stream to home networks. For example, there could be a show, like, let me give you an example. The Sarah Connor Chronicles, if you guys remember that, aired on Fox here in North America, in America. I don't want to say Canada. I think it was on a different network in Canada. But in America, it was aired on the Fox network. But it was produced by Warner Brothers. Okay, so, redistribution all over the internet might have gone to Fox. Distribution of DVDs and Blu-rays might be Warner Brothers. And sometimes there's, studios make shows for different networks. And it's kind of funny because you see a lot of that happening. You'll see Universal make a show for Fox, and Fox makes a show for somebody else. And the reason because of that, because somebody will have an idea at Fox Studios, like let's say they want to make a teen drama show. Well, if they have an idea for that, they'll try to sell it to CW, who does that. But Warner Brothers, more of an adult show. I want to see like people in their 20s. Maybe teens would probably watch it too, but it's not like a kissy show or a real like teen show, which is the Sarah Connor Chronicles, which is teens and adults. That would go to Fox, and then the same thing with all the other networks, and then everything's being produced by everybody else. And once those shows get on TV or they get canceled, sometimes rights are changed, and sometimes once in a while there's been shows that have been locked up for years that have never been released because of rights. And if you want to look up something, look up Superboy. That came on in the 80s. The first show was the show was produced by Universal, and I think they wanted more. They wanted the rerun revenue, and Warner Brothers said you have to give us half of that, and they says no because we produced it, we bought the license, and Warner Brothers put a lock on it. And I think they released the first season of Superboy. And that was when the Superman movie came out, I think 2005, 2006, or something like that. And season 2 and 3 there was another actor that played Superboy. That's a whole other story, and I know I'm going too far, but this is a great application. I highly recommend you guys try it. Also, the PlayOn software, they give you a 14-day trial, so why not try it out, guys? Once again, guys, it's been mp4podcast.com signing out. You guys take care. If this video has helped you, please hit that subscribe button. I would really appreciate it. Have any questions, please leave a comment below. Be more than happy to help any of you guys out. If you guys give me a thumbs up, I would really appreciate it. Want to help me out a little more, please favorite this video. Once again, guys, take care. Later. Bye.